Yo, what's up, man? This is Boxing Combo once again. We're going to go on these comments of last Saturday. Great fight on HBO. Everyone saw that. Real good fights. Let's start off with the main event, Berto. A lot of people criticize him because of him holding too much and running and holding and never actually getting into the mix, getting into the fire and really bringing some action to the fight. I kind of agree with that a little bit, but honestly, I think he did what he had to do. He couldn't do anything else. So he just relied on his athletic ability and his stamina, and he just outworked him, and he outpunched him, and he won by a unanimous decision. And I thought that was kind of like what was going to happen, you know, because the thing is, it's hard to knock Urango out. He's a tough cat. He's like a little tank, and he fights with his head and his chin tucked in. So to try to actually catch him with a clean punch to the jaw, man, it's kind of difficult. And we all saw Berto was a real fast cat, and it was even a little bit hard for him to get a flush punch. So I think he kind of did what he had to do. Does he need to bring more action to the game so he can start selling more and getting big fights? I think he does. You know, he's young. People say that. I know he's young. But the thing is, he has a belt. He has a belt. He's a champion. If he wants to start fighting the best and start making real money, he's going to need to bring some action to the game. But I like this cat. I hope he keeps prospering and has some more success. And I think he has a great, bright future ahead of him. Urango the same. I think Urango has a great game. He's a tough cat. Thing is with Urango, man, I don't know if he's the weightlifting, if he does a lot of that. It looks like he does a lot of weightlifting, and he seems stiff. He seems a bit too stiff. I think he needs to loosen up, man. You need to take a loosen up pill or something. You got to loosen up and not give away so many hard punches you're throwing and not making any contact. You're just wasting energy, wasting power. And every time you get into a ring with a fast, skilled boxer like Berto, you're going to have problems. So you got to loosen up and check your game, man. Let's get right to it, man. Cintron Angulo. Angulo, I think, is a young cat. He lost, but he gained experience. He learned a little bit. I think what he needs to do is learn how to fight fast cats that can move and have kind of good boxing skills. He's going to have to deal with that, because every time he gets in the ring with a faster boxer that can move more and have good stamina, he's always going to have big problems. So he's going to have to learn how to deal with that. But I think he has a real bright future ahead of him. Cintron did his thing. I think Cintron did what he had to do. He outboxed him, he moved, he boxed, he did it for 12 rounds. He seemed to be kind of tired at the end, but he did do a lot of moving. I give him a lot of credit for that fight. I think it was a real good fight, and I think he did what he had to do, being more of a veteran as a professional. And sometimes you have to kind of, you know, thing is, I think a lot of people sometimes criticize Cintron. We have to understand this guy had no amateur fights, man. This guy used to be a wrestler when he was 18 and started boxing about 10 years ago. So that's why a lot of the commentary was saying that sometimes you have to stop and think. It didn't come natural to him, like Angulo. Angulo's probably been boxing since he was a kid, you know, and Cintron started boxing 10 years ago. So it wasn't natural for him. It's like little kids. You know how little kids, you can teach them 2, 3, 4 different languages, and since like 3, 2, 4, they learn these languages. They pick them up because they're young, you know, they start absorbing all this stuff, and it's easier for them to learn than a grown-up to learn a couple languages. It's not that easy. So it's the same thing when you're a kid and you're 10, 12, and you start boxing. Once you're 20, 21, 22, 23, the whole boxing thing is natural for you. You know, it's a natural thing. But if you started boxing after you were 18 years old, like Cintron, it is not a natural thing for you. He's learned a lot for not being a boxer since he was a young kid. I think he's learned a lot. He's improved a lot. He improves in every fight. And not having amateur fights, that means that we're going to see all his errors, all his mistakes as a professional. But I have seen that he always tries to improve, and he puts an effort in. And that's something that is real valuable, and I hope he keeps doing it. So big ups, Cintron. I really like what you did. Big ups, Berto, and let's see what we get next week. I don't know what's coming up. Let me see if I check it out. Let y'all know. If y'all know, let me know. Y'all know, man. Boxing Combo. Peace, man. Let me see. Stop the vid thing here. All right. Come on, man. All right, man. Peace, man. Boxing Combo.